Hello everyone, we are students from the Faculty of Information, University of Toronto, and this video is about the information architecture redesign for the Toronto Police Service website. The target website of our project is Toronto Police Service. They are the municipal police force of the most populous city in Canada with a long history dating back to 1934. Their motto is to serve and project. They provide law enforcement services and crime prevention programs. Their website is a portal to information, programs, and services relating to Toronto Police Service. The website for the Toronto Police Service goes back as far as 1998 and has gone through many changes over the years. Since a lot of content has been added to the website, there are many design issues. Navigating through the website is confusing and time-consuming to users. Many menus, including search engine, bring visitors to external websites. It also has conflicting navigation systems. There are too many subcategories under each main navigation, which makes it hard for users to find relevant content or services. The objective is to provide Toronto residents with a more structured, easy to navigate, and intuitive website for their police service. From a detailed analysis of the website, we have identified the following potential stakeholders for the Toronto Police Service website, including Toronto Police's affiliate law enforcement, community volunteers, Toronto citizens, researchers, journalists, and media. The Toronto Police Service website uses a Cloudflare server. They also integrate EDI efforts with their website that follows AODA guidelines.
Here we analyze some of the main content of the website. There are global navigation menus, navigation from the homepage, and the secondary navigation on the subpage. Global navigation menus consist of 7 main headings: newsroom, careers, community info, about TPS, service, programs, and contact us. Each heading is targeted towards different user groups. There are numerous submenus appearing as a drop-down under each main heading. Out of 15 submenus, 8 of those submenus bring the visitor to an external website, and one of them is a link to an automatically downloading PDF. Out of all the main headings, the service heading is the most confusing as it consists 21 submenus that it does not seem to have a clear order. The submenu does not always match the page title. In addition to this is also a menu option drop-down above the search bar called I'm looking for. This drop-down has submenus to specific popular pages. The Stats footer contains the City of Toronto logo on the left, which links to a separate external website of the City of Toronto. The homepage consists of several areas for navigation. Beneath the global navigation menu on the homepage are file links to file main service, file a report, background checks, record released, public safety data portal, calls for service. Underneath this section are notice, social media. Underneath the social media section are linked images of various size. It is not immediately clear if these linked images are clickable and that they would bring you to other pages. Second navigation on the subpages includes quick links and set menu navigations. Quick links are blotted and underlined blue, and they lead to additional pages, downloadable PDFs, and external links. For side menu navigations, there are many formats and tabs throughout the website. The placement of the side navigation menu sometimes appears on the left side of the website page and sometimes on the right side. The Toronto Police Service website mainly audience are the residents of Toronto. It also caters to specific user groups such as people looking for jobs in Toronto Police, journalists, medium groups, or anyone researching Toronto Police Service. To gain a better understanding of the users and identify their pinpoints and struggles with the current website, we conduct a usability test to collect the data. We decide to focus on the users who need to report damages to a vehicle and register a bicycle. Here is our test protocol. We use those 3 tasks to do the usability test. Here are the insights from the usability test. First, homepage is messy with unclear information. The users struggled with the various size images, vague descriptions, unhighlighted keywords, and unorganized categories. Second, the website search bar redirected the user to the Google search page. Third, people cannot find their neighborhood community officer page because people don't know the picture on the website is clickable.
We conducted a closed card sort study online on Optimal Sort from Thursday, November 11th to Friday, November 12th. We had a total of 10 representative participants who completed the study. We recruited them via convenience sampling. The 7 original categories of the existing website used was newsroom, careers, community info, about TPS, services, programs, and contact us. A total of 36 representative cards based on the existing website subheadings were chosen. We asked our main study participants the tasks they think the Toronto Police Service should accomplish. The top tasks are 1. To find the nearest police station, 2. To find the right department or officer, 3. To conduct a background check, and 4. To report a crime. These main tasks will be integrated into the IA redesign so that they are clear and easily accessible. The current organization of the main headings and subheadings of the TPS is inadequate and confusing to visitors. Our card sort analysis reveals this. Very few cards were sorted by participants in the way the TPS website had them laid out in their navigation. There was little agreement across participants in general. Cards were sorted into multiple categories. For example, 911 Need to Know was sorted into community info and about TPS. Crime Stoppers was sorted into services and community info. Gift Shop was sorted into community info, contact us, about TPS, and services. This suggests labels need to be more clear on what it's referring to and where it belongs. The second finding we found are confusing categories. P14 commented some items don't really fit in the headings. P4 commented what's the difference between community info and services? Like financial crimes, is that information on financial crimes or is that a service that the police provides? The most confusing categories we found in our card sort was services and community info. This suggests categories need to be more clearly differentiated. The last finding is on abbreviations. Participant 1 commented, there are some abbreviations on this label that I'm not sure where they are supposed to be, like MHA, Info CPIC, what is that? And P10 commented, some of the abbreviations are confusing and you don't know what they are if you're not familiar with the police services. This suggests the current labeling system may need rewarding.
Our after IA schematic diagram was based on our findings from the card sort. There are 2 significant changes made between the before and after schematic diagrams. Firstly, we deleted the 6th main navigation called Programs in Level 2. Many participants were confused with its subcategories such as Pro Action, Cops and Kids, and Kids, Cops and Commuters. They had no idea what these meant and why they were categorized under programs. Furthermore, Category 6.5, Youth and Policing Initiatives, was the most ambiguous category. None of the 12 participants correctly sorted it under program, consistently with the current IA of TPS website. Moreover, some participants suggested it makes more sense to remove volunteers from programs and add it under the second main navigation called Careers and Opportunities. Therefore, it is reasonable to delete program from the main navigation to help reduce user ambiguity. We also rearranged the 3rd and 5th main navigation, labeled Community Info and Services. During the card sort, many participants felt these 2 categories were too similar. Only 3 out of the 11 given cards from services are sorted in the same way as the TPS website by most participants. 8 out of 10 participants sorted traffic services within the category of services, whereas it belonged to community info. Similarly, service procedures and victim services were incorrectly placed within services. To solve this confusion and create a user-centric design, we rearranged several subcategories between these 2 main navigations, deleted some less user-relevant subcategories such as museum and gift shop, which weren't used by any users, and also changed the 3rd main navigation's name from community info to community safety. The subcategories that lead to external websites were also changed. In our redesign, all the external links will be to buffer pages still within the TPS website, providing information about the external organization and giving users the redirect option to the relevant external link. Before making low-fidelity sketches of certain tasks, our group redesigned the homepage of the TPS website. We added a bar highlighting the emergency and non-emergency number. We added an alerts board on the home page to inform the public of the most recent alerts and redesigned the news board to show the most recent news to the public, enabling the user to rotate through the news articles. We added a popular services hot button section to allow users to easily access the most used services, which include find your nearest police station, background check, and report a crime. You can scroll through to see community blogs by TPS and find its social media accounts. We then sketched out the task flows of 3 most important tasks. The first task was finding your nearest police station. The user uses the hot button on the home page to navigate to the Find Your Nearest Police Station screen. They are able to then search for the nearest station used on the location button or by entering their address or postal code. Once the user searches, the map below will load to show all police stations nearby the user's requested location. These are also listed below the map, ranked on the basis of distance. Our second task was to redesign the Request a Background Check. User can navigate to the background check page through either the hot button on the home page or the main navigation menu. The page is redesigned to have a concise link to COVID-19 information as opposed to a paragraph that makes access to tasks on the page require scrolling. 4 main clickable tiles on the page show the 4 different levels of background checks available to the user with a short summary of each kind of check. A short list of FAQs under these tiles further guides users through the selection process. Once the user chooses either of the 4 background checks, for example, criminal record check, they are taken to its relevant page. The page shows the 4-step process of applying for a background check in a more user-centric way, with a short explanation of what is expected, with the option to hover for more details. It also provides the user with a visual indicator of what level of the process they are currently at in the top right corner. The third task we sketched was to report a crime. The user can find a Report a Crime hot button on the home page. Once the user navigates to the Report a Crime page, there is clear and distinct information about reporting a crime and a helpful infographic about doing so. Unnecessary text and images from the original design that increase cognitive load and hinder users from reporting a crime will be removed. Once the user selects a crime to report, they are provided with terms and conditions. Again, instead of having irrelevant imagery here, our proposed IA will have concise text, 2 checkboxes, and a clear Start Report button which users can click on to start filling out the form.
To analyze the proposed navigational structure for the Toronto Police website, we used a tree test, powered by Optimal Sort. We hoped that it would reveal how successfully users could find information in our proposed navigation system, giving us valuable insights for further iterations if needed. We recruited 12 participants in total. 8 out of 12 participants completed the tree test and 4 abandoned. We included 7 different tasks in our test, covering the most important functionality on the website and a wide range of topics. They were also designed to check whether weak points revealed in previous slides, for example, how to report crimes, had improved or not with our new design. Participants were also asked some pre-study questions to determine their demographics and familiarity with police and law enforcement websites. After completing each task, participants were immediately asked to comment on whether they found the given task confusing or not. Lastly, a post-study question was asked to assess their thoughts and areas of confusion. Out of all of the 7 tasks completed by 8 participants, 63% ended with a correct answer, and 54% of answers were chosen without backtracking. We treated 60% as the TreeJack passing score, and we also grouped each task by direct success, indirect success, direct failure, and indirect failure, from which you could see the results here. For task 1, even though 60%, which was our passing score, was successful, only a small percentage of that was directly successful. Task 2 was by far our most successful task, with 90% coming in with direct success. Task 3 was very similar to Task 1, with a little bit more overall success. Task 4 had a 90% proportion of success, of which approximately half was indirect and half was direct. Task 5, 6, and 7 are where things start to take a turn south.
Our group made 2 changes based on the poor results of certain tasks discussed in the results section. Firstly, we moved the Find Your Local Police Station subcategory from the main navigation's About Us to Contact Us. Only 1 out of 8 participants correctly selected About Us under the pre-trained structure, whereas more than half of the participants chose Contact Us for this task. Also, when considering people who want to go to the police station usually want to contact the police department, our redesign is more user-centered than before. Secondly, we changed the name of the subcategory Community Partnerships and Engagement to Community Partnerships. This makes the boundary between subcategories clear to prevent confusion. Nearly half of participants chose crime prevention from our data, and the other half chose community partnerships and engagement. People treat the latter as engagement in crime prevention. Thus, renaming the subcategory would reduce much of the ambiguity. Overall, our changes are validated through quantitative and qualitative analysis and follow the principles of simplicity and predictability.
Here is our overall summary. Our main findings is that the TPS website needs to be more accessible to the Toronto residents it serves and protects. Sitemap can be simplified as shown in the final IA schematic diagram, and as demonstrated, the main website task flows, such as finding the nearest police station, must be made more intuitive for users. The next steps is to make design improvements based on the insights gathered from both CardSort and Tree Test, and to create a visually appealing high-fidelity prototype. Thank you for listening to our presentation.